Yo, what's good guys? It's Poku Banks, babe. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Put my chick inside some Louis and some Valentino. Put my bro inside some Gucci and some new Machino. They want my money like it's a...
Today's video, I thought, you know what, let me give back to the audience and answer your questions directly. So what I put in my story was, any financial dilemmas, any business dilemmas, anything you're going through personally, things that I can't really cover in a YouTube video that's general for the general public, but something direct to your situation. DM me and I'll help you with your questions on this YouTube video. And by the way guys, make sure to follow me on all platforms. So visit Snapchat at Poku Banks, and Instagram at Poku Banks, TikTok at Poku Banks, Twitter at Poku Banks, and YouTube Poku Banks. But let's waste no time, let's get into it. So the first one, this is from Barayoshi. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Hey pal, thanks for doing this. I have a business idea that requires me to build a website and an app, but this can wait. But I'm not experienced in UI design, nor front-end development. I'm mostly doing back-end stuff, so I can learn these skills a little bit to do these stuff. Does it make sense for me to invest a lot of money into UI design and front-end development, or should I do it by myself to save some? Cool, so what you need to do, you need to make a website, but you're not experienced in UI design nor the development of the website. Now, here's some common sense. If you can't do something to a certain degree, pay someone else to do it for you, because again, the return that you get from the nice looking design and the UI design, bear in mind guys, UI design is essentially how things look, how the buttons are placed, how it looks to the eye, how it makes it appealing. Apple, for example, they have a great UI design. Their thing, it just looks so smooth. It's just nice to touch, for the customer. It's just good. So with UI design, yes, you're going to have to invest a lot of money for someone else to do it for you. I do recommend this. Now, whether you should save some money and do it yourself, this is a big misconception and a big mistake that a lot of people try to do when you're trying to skip corners in their business. Be honest with yourself. Can you really do it to a great design? Can you do it to a great degree? I don't think so. Yes, I understand why you want to do it yourself, to save money, but look guys, just pay the professional, make him do it better for you, and then you have a great website that you can show to your customers, which should be easy to navigate and then be able to purchase and convert. I do recommend you learn the basics so you just understand what he's doing, so you can make little edits here and there, but again, if you have not done, more than 1 year's worth of work or experience into UI design, then look, just give it to someone else to do it for you. This one is now Meren Hekmati. Hi, I'm just asking, I'm an international student in the UK and I was wondering, can I invest in anything or buy Bitcoin? Is it legal? Investing is legal. It's not illegal. All of the rich people do this, Look at the Forbes list, the top richest people in the world. All of them, they invest their money. Investing isn't illegal. And Bitcoin, of course not, it's not illegal. It's legal to invest into. But the thing is, since Bitcoin, it removes the government, it removes the centralized space and turns it into decentralized networks. This means that people can use Bitcoin to then make illegal purchases or, launder illegal money or whatever. But Bitcoin in itself is a legal thing. You can buy it online, search on Google, Coinbase, Binance. It's legal, man. You can do it. You can buy it. It doesn't matter if you're an international student, you can buy it wherever you want. You can invest, it's legal. Okay, so next one from Ibrahim Mate 19. You need to go to school to be successful. Being told that for years, and it's been hurting my head because I know that it's 100% not true. Can you please give us an explanation about it, please? Now, look, you need to go to school to be successful. No, you can, make it without going to school. Don't get me wrong, that's very, very true. But I do recommend going to school. Why? Because you learn so many skills. You may meet life-changing friends that may push you in certain directions. Again, your network is your net worth, and people that you meet at school can push you towards the right path. And in order to become successful in whatever you're doing, you just need to put your head down and work directly towards your goal every single day, making small gains. Now in school, it doesn't really teach you the right skills that can be applicable to the real life world to then become successful. These skills you need to learn by yourself. So this is discipline, communication skills, being able to sell, all of these things, you're not really taught in school. Maybe they might brush up upon it, but again, it's not really done in the right way. But to be honest guys, I'll be real, if you are going to be successful, whether you go into school or not, wouldn't really be a factor. You will become successful regardless. I do recommend going to school. I don't know if he's talking about university. I don't know if he's talking about secondary school, but not going to secondary school, you need at least some basic level of knowledge, in maths, economics, geography, just some basic knowledge around the world. Just go to school. I wouldn't say don't go to school. Because even with me, I remember the days where I'll be in sixth form and I'll be wishing, I hate this stuff. I just want to work on my business, blah, 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 blah. But I had to get through it. And now here I am. Your time will come. So essentially what I'm trying to say is going to school shouldn't really be the deciding factor of whether you're successful or not. You should be able to become successful regardless of what situation you're put into. Cool. Next, we've got Luke J. Cotton. I don't know how to save, bro. I take 4 bills a week working and I have a small crypto portfolio and a Forex account. Can't see the growth them though, as I spend 4 bills a week I'm making cash. End up needing money and cash out any profits I made. This has led to my FX account floating at about 1k and crypto portfolios in the mid 300 to 400 depending on the way the market wants to move when I'm being trying to withdraw. I feel like I'd be better off paid monthly, but that's not on the cards because I won't be able to sustain myself enough during the month waiting for my pay. I know it sounds like first world problems because I'm not in a bad position, but I want to be making serious funds like I know I could if I could build more capital. As I'm seeing profits consistently, I just can't seem to let it build. I seem to need more than 4 bills a week to live comfortably. LMAO. What should I do? Cool, so you say you have a Forex account. First of all, look into FTMO. This is a prop firm. If you pay to do one of their challenges, for example, the 100k challenge, you pay around $500. If you pass the challenge, you gain 10% in 30 days. They'll give you a 100k account to trade with. Now, with the 100k account, if you make a 10% gain, you've made 10 grand. Okay, and they'll take 30%. You keep 70%. So off that 10% that you made, you keep 7%, which is 7 grand profit down to you in US dollars, which will convert to around 5k Great British pounds. And if you do that, you can be able to live comfortably off the 400 pounds that you make per month. So with your FX account that's floating around the 1k mark, look into and get into a prop firm so you can grow your money. Again, we know what the rich do. They use other people's money to make money. In this case, you're using the prop firm's money to make more money. So then you can use that money, then put it into your own account and then grow it like that. Because compounding from 1k is doable, but it's kind of long, let's be real. And cool, in terms of crypto, yes, you should take profits, but again, take your profits, turn to Tether, and then use that to reinvest into other coins, into other projects. I don't like to take money out of my crypto portfolio. Why? Because I'm investing for the long term. So how I see it is, the minute I put money into my Binance account or into my Coinbase account, it's gone. It's not coming back out. Regardless of whatever situation or emergency I'm in, I will never go to my investment portfolios to withdraw. Look, what you need to do is let your money compound and build. Let compound interest do its thing, okay? And also, in terms of saving money, again, do a budget. Look at how much money you're spending per month. It seems like you're spending $1,600 a month. Put all your expenses into a spreadsheet or just get an app like Money Dashboard. It tells you where you spend your money and look where you can reduce. The main 3 big expenses that everyone has in this life is food, transport, and housing. So first look at these 3, see which ones you can reduce. For food, it could be takeaways, reduce that. For transport, you may be getting too many Ubers when you can just get public transport, reduce that. For housing as well, maybe it might be a little bit harder. You may live with parents, move back to home, or reduce your rent, whatever. Cool, so the next one, Esmond, he goes, I just opened my account and I would like to know how to get fast money, or should I say earn. Now, I don't know what account you're talking about. It could be a crypto account, it could be a Forex account, I don't know, a bank account, I don't know. You would like to know how to earn fast money. Cool. Firstly, number 1, I need you to book yourself a jet or a plane all the way to Las Vegas. Go to the casinos and there you go. There's your fast money. There you go. Look guys, in this world of investing, there's no such thing as fast money, okay? Those that make fast money tend to lose it a lot more quicker as well. For example, the lottery winners. If you gain £1 million overnight, your spending habits does not convert. It doesn't grow along with your money. Your spending habits still be the same. You'll be spending crazy amounts of money and then be broke within a few years. Because what you realize is that when you actually work a lot harder for your money, when it takes a while for your money to come and be realized as real profits, you tend to not spend as much of it. That's what I've noticed personally. Now look, it is possible to make fast money, with cryptocurrencies or forex trading, but again, it's all about learning first. You need to learn how to do so. You need to learn how to be efficient, or essentially be proficient, and be able to pick what cryptocurrencies to invest into, or what trades to take, how you can increase your risk to reward ratio, so then you're making more money for everything you risk. And again, this can't be done overnight. This takes months, years of work. So again, you come to me asking me how you can make fast money, it doesn't really work like that. Now, but don't get me wrong, there is one way that you can make a little bit of quick money. It isn't too much, but go to selfelevation.co.uk. You can buy a course, risk-free betting for £49, and that teaches you how to make guaranteed profits of these bookies, betting without losing any money. So again, it'll be linked down below. You can make some quick money within, a few days, believe it or not, but it's not too much. You can make around £500. So do check that down below. Next one, we've got Louis Sanders. I run a sneaky reselling business, and when I sell shoes, I often have to use PayPal. The money is often stuck as pending on PayPal, which is ultimately very inconvenient. How do I get around this? So with your PayPal account, make sure first of all it's verified. Make sure you've given all your documents. Make sure they know everything's verified, your address, your passport, whatever. And now secondly, what you now need to understand is that PayPal is very, very annoying. A lot of people have problems with PayPal. It's just a thing. It's not just you having these problems, everyone has these problems with PayPal. So what I then would recommend to you is that you should look into using your credit card a lot more. So making use of other people's money. So essentially, when you're buying your shoes, your sneaker shoes, buy them with your credit cards, or you may have to make use of the credit cards to then keep yourself safe, while the money's pending. So for example, if someone pays for some shoes and it's pending for a few days, use your credit card to then use the money that is pending to go buy whatever you need to buy. And once the money's been released to you, then you can then use that to go pay off your credit card. And it needs to all be done within 30 days so you don't incur any interest. And also, when things are pending, normally when you send off, proof of postage, tracking number, all of that, then it tends to shorten the process. And then once people gets used to you, then, there'll be no more pending, everything will come through smoothly. Maybe you might need to make a business account, maybe that might help as well. But yeah, just make sure you look into it, Google it, Google's your best friend. Shout out to Hussein. Any ways to make money as a uni student looking at affiliate marketing but don't have a large following? With affiliate marketing, you can make money without having a large following, but that means you need to either advertise, so you need to pay some money to advertise your products, or you just need to simply do it for free, so you're making a page, a TikTok page, a YouTube page, whatever. For example, you're reviewing Amazon products, and then you have the affiliate link in your bio. You can do it that way. Again, another way they can make some money is, again, like I said earlier, self-elevation.co.uk. A lot of uni students on my course, you need to be 18 plus, by the way, to do that. So that's another way you can make some money on the side as well. And also, again, there's Deliveroo, Uber Eats. You can work whenever you want. In a way, you're your own boss, because, you get to decide when you want to go to work. So again, look into Uber Eats and Deliveroo. Just get yourself a scooter, invest into, not a scooter, a bike, an electric bike, invest into that, and then you can get around the city quickly. Shout out to Will. Not a dilemma, but I'm a student, got 30k in stocks, and I don't know what more to do to make passive income as a student. Cool, so if you got 30k in stocks, they should be paying dividends, right? Do your research. If you want passive income, invest into dividends paying stocks, okay? The ETF that I'm investing into, so that's VUSA, S&P 500, it gives around 1.7% dividend. So for every 100k you invest, then you'll probably get 1.7k back every year in dividends. So for 30k, for 1%, you'll probably get around £300 back per year. Now, if you're looking for more ways to develop some passive income, I've got a video on my channel. Do check it out. It'll be over here. Another way to make some passive income as a student, look into eToro. There's copy trader tools in there, so you can invest and copy what other people are doing with their trades. You can make some passive income doing that way. Or simply looking to get a trading robot. Again, I don't know too much about them. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. Don't take everything I say for fact. But again, 30k in stocks, that should really give you enough passive income. Again, you need to understand why you're investing. If you want passive income, then look into dividend investing stocks. Look into dividend paying stocks that will give you a return on your money. Don't just invest money just for the sake of investing money. Have a goal. Where are you looking to go to? Are you looking to build £1 million portfolio? Are you looking to receive £100,000 per year in dividends? What is it? Yo, shout out to Kaden Porrit. What are your opinions on dropshipping? Is it still viable in 2021? It will always be viable. There's always money to be made in dropshipping. Yes, it is saturated, but again, that means that there's a lot of people in this industry. That means there's a lot of money to be made if it's saturated. Because all you need to do is take a small piece of the pie out of the big pie just to make a profit out of this big industry. Simple as that. Again, you need to also, yes, it is saturated, but that means you also need to work a little bit harder to make sure your products and your website differentiates from the rest, okay? Because again, what you need to remember is, if something is saturated, that means it's working. Don't get me wrong. If everyone's doing it, that means people are making money, clearly. Trust me, anything's viable in 2021. It's only down to you whether you want to make it viable. You can give all the excuses in the world why it's not viable, and it won't be viable to you. Okay, but where someone else, they may try their best, they might adapt their skill, they may adapt their plan and do whatever they can to make it, and it'll be viable for them. So it's down to you as a person. Shout out to Will. Rent or buy first apartment/house? Again, it's down to you as a person. Me personally, my first house, I'm renting. Why? Because I don't plan on living in Nottingham for the next 5 years. So if you're looking to live somewhere for more than 5 years, then I'll look into buying. But if you're looking to stay. But if you're looking to be mobile, you're young, you're going to be out and about, then renting is way more easier and it makes way more sense. But again, these questions is all down to the individual. So it depends what type of person are you. Can you sleep well at night knowing that you don't own this house? You have a landlord to answer to. You have rent to pay every month. He basically owns you in a way. Or is there a thing where you need to have your own space? You want to make sure you own the house so you can make any changes that you want, any renovations, all sorts. 320 DJ Jones. Oh, D Jones. My main problem is advertising to the right audience. I'm trying to start a landscaping and general building company, but I've been out of the trade for a while. I thought about doing leaflets and posting them through doors, but does that constitute as cold calling? Yes, in a way, it does. It's a cold approach, so your conversion rates will be low. What you need to do is you need to find other people, you need to network with other people in the industry, find out what they're doing. You need to find out how they're getting their clients, how they're converting people over. Again, I don't really know this industry, general building company, landscaping, I don't know much. But also, you need to get online. The physical, in-person thing, it's a lot of work. it is a lot of work as well physically. Now, don't get me wrong, it can work, you know, doing it in person, but you know, I feel like you do need to get online so you can like really scope in and then target the right audience. So you can use Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Snapchat, or using any other sort of influencers. And sometimes just go back to the basics. So I'm pretty sure you must have got some customers beforehand, because it seems like you've been out the trade for a while. Just go back to them and just find out, okay, cool, how did I find this person, and just do what works. Okay, there's no need to try anything new. Alright, cool. So shout out to Coan, 12k in savings at 19. Any advice? Looking to get a cheap property near mine, Liverpool, on buy to let. Any better ideas? First of all, well done. I really respect the fact that you actually achieved that at 19. Great, you're already on a great start. Now the question is, what is your risk tolerance? I don't know that. I think you should do the BRRR method. So buy, refurbish, refinance, repeat method. Again, there'll be a video here explaining it on my channel by Luigi. It was a good explanation. Now essentially you should do that because you're looking to buy a cheap property anyway. You might as well save a little bit more, so then you can now bring some equity out. So not only again profit on it, you can also now then go rent it out, and you may even get the house for free essentially. So again, look into that, buy, refurbish, refinance. That's what I would probably do. It seems like you're really fixated on property. I'm not gonna tell you to look into stocks, or I'm not gonna tell you to start trading forex or anything. But you know, look into cryptocurrency. You know, saving is great, but investing is what builds wealth. No one on the Forbes list has saved themselves to £1 billion, so why should you? But yeah, man, I'd just say simply, maybe just get out of your comfort zone a bit. Start looking to invest some of that money, because again, you know, I don't know where you're saving the money. I don't know if it's generating you good interest, but you know, looking to put it into an index fund so you can grow a little bit faster. Who knows? Cool. Shout out to Danny. I lost 27k in crypto trading. I don't seem to make a way back at all. I'm now broke and it's tough, man. I've worked for years to make those money, and just by being stupid and uneducated, I lost everything. I'm in a place where I don't think I'll ever make them back. At the end of the day, look, money can always be made back, okay? Don't have that thought process, don't have that belief. Money can always be made back. It seems like you already understand where you went wrong. You was uneducated, you was being stupid. Again, 27k in crypto trading, you know? Guys, just don't invest in things you don't understand. I made a video our previous video is, you know, 6 things not to invest into. It'll be over here. Don't invest in things you understand. Why are you putting 5 figures into stuff that you don't understand? You know, do your research, do some due diligence, start off small. You know, put little toes in the pond. Don't go full in. Firstly, you need to start getting educated. Google is free, YouTube is free, you're watching this for free. So again, educate. There's lots of crypto traders on YouTube, trust me. Like, there's a whole niche for it. Okay, so just learn from them. And also, you've mentioned crypto trading, so this means you're not investing, but you're actually moving your money about. If you put your money in for the long term, you leave it there for, you know, for years, for decades, you're more likely to make more money than doing that than, you know, just crypto trading. So this is putting your money in all sorts of different coins, keep exchanging it, keep buying it, because again, you are not a good trader. You don't know when the market will turn. Do you know when the market will turn? Because if you did, you'll be a billionaire. So in terms of time in the market, you know, again, it's only for those that are really educated, those that are putting some research and doing their due diligence, using the right technical analysis, using the right fundamental analysis. Because if you're investing, I can't lie, when the bull run, everything's going up. So it's like, it seems like you're investing into some dodgy coins, like, you know, them small cap coins, like Safe Moon alternatives. So again, just do your research and just take things slow, man. And cool, now shout out to Isabella. You know, living in London and wanting to live in a nice place, but also wanting to save. London is the capital of, you know, the UK, if you didn't know. So, you know, property prices there are on another level. Like, they are just skyrocket high. Now, if you don't live in a nice place, your income best match that. You know, you best be in the top rate band in terms of taxes to be able to match that. So if I was you, you know, if you want to save money, realistically, move out of London, okay? Everything in London is more expensive. Fuel, groceries, everything in London is just expensive. But then they make up for that with the higher wages. If you really want to save, move to the outskirts. Move to Kent, move to Essex, move to Surrey. Actually, Surrey's a little bit expensive as well. But again, move outside of London, because you're not going to save much being in London, okay? London is the place of go-getters. London's where, you know, London is one of the financial capitals of the world, okay? If you're not making enough money in there, you'll be left behind. If you want to live in a nice place, make sure your money's matching that. You know, everyone wants to live in a nice place. Who doesn't? But is your money matching that? You know, for example, in Nottingham, where I am right now, I've got this nice house. I live with some of my friends. First of all, I'm living with my friends, so we're splitting the costs anyway. And it's in Nottingham. This isn't London, this is Nottingham. So property prices are way cheaper. So this house in London, you know, per month will probably be £4,000, £5,000 a month. But but we're only paying around 2,000. Okay, so again, if you really want to live in a nice place but save, move outside of London. But anyways, that's all the questions on Instagram. You know, there's even some on Snapchat, but that video will be way too long. If you do want a part 2, let me know down below. Let's get this to around, 300 likes. Let's get it. You already know. It's Poku Banks, babe.